Hello friends, and welcome back for another episode of the 380 SL. In today's video we got the instrument lights to work at night. Like when you turn on your lights, your dashboards would come on at night. It was not too hard in my case. Well, first you have to take your steering wheel out, which you have to take your emblem. There's the emblem. To access the bolt, make sure you mark your steering wheel so you put it on correctly, otherwise the car won't drive straight. You have been warned. Anyways, so you take that out, and then your instrument panel needs to pull out of its place. Mine doesn't lock or anything, it's just pushed in place. It has this rubber grommet that holds it in place. So we did that, and we found out that the radiostat, this guy right here, you're looking at it, it's in the back. This acts as the dimmer on the front. This is the dimmer right here. So yours could be oxidated or worn out or damaged. You might have to take it out and clean it using QD cleaner. This bottle right here. Been using this a lot. It's a 40-year-old car. Most of the electric connections have oxidized, a little bit of oxidation. So yeah, so we did that. Was so happy that it was working. Put the car back together, found out that my temperature gauge, my engine temperature gauge, decided to be a bit dramatic, to put it lightly. So we did some more research, found out that this big connector right here that plugs back here can get corroded too, and the connection is not strong. But also the ground. So the ground, there's a couple of grounds, and if you look at this, there's this portion of the panel, then there's a bridge up here that connects the other side. And what we did is we decided to add a second ground. So I spliced a wire, take a stranded wire, electric stranded wire, something like that. Doesn't have to be as beefy as mine, but this is what I had. And we stripped a portion of it, and we loosened that bolt, and we grounded there. Then we made a center strip, and we grounded it to that one, and another center strip. And now we're gonna put the end on that bolt down there, trying to get it to loosen. And then, so what ended up happening is I dropped the wrench in there, so I had to get it. And then in that process, I got diverted to another project, which is this light bulb. The original one is broken and it doesn't work. And I have some LED light bulbs laying around and a spare from another old Mercedes. So right now, just for the sake of testing, I'm using the LED one just to make sure when I make the connections, it's good, and that when I close the door, a shut off, I'll eventually run down to AutoZone and get the incandescent light bulb. I do like the LED, but I want them to match, and I want to keep the yellow, soft light instead of this high-tech looking light, considering the age of the vehicle. But as far as the light quality, the LED is definitely gonna shine brighter and whatnot. But anyway, so yeah, so it was broken. I had that laying around, and I'm like, okay, changing plans, temporary changing plans. We still have to put the rest of the car back together. So right now, I made the connection over here. I did not cut my wires because this is not the correct light bulb for this car, although it fits and it works. I kept my my terminals intact, and I just wrapped the wires by hand. I spliced enough copper and wrapped it by hand around the terminals, so that if in the future I come across a light bulb that is for this vehicle, the 380 SL or the R107 chassis, and it's the driver's side, I can go back and be able to replace it. This way my terminals would not be damaged. I just have to remove the heat shrink and pull out the wires. Bam. But that is for another day. For the time being, right now I'm just gonna heat the heat shrinks. Unfortunately, I don't have a heat gun. Mine got borrowed and I haven't had it back. I'm just gonna use a lighter. This is not a big deal. And yeah, so I'm gonna use the lighter, wrap this guy up, and now I have and I hope I don't drop my wrench back in here and can't get to it, and I have to take this panel out again. But the plan is to loosen that bolt right here, wrap my copper wire around it, and then tighten it up again. It's a very tight area, and I do have the tools, but they're not like the best tools, I guess, for this particular job. I couldn't get a way to loosen it easier or quicker, so just gotta give it its time and do it. So okay, and this way we will have the positives basically cleaned up, and they should have a better connection, and then we'll have a double ground, and this way our instrument panel should work as it's supposed to. The engine temperature should read correctly. Oh, and then I have to reconnect my vacuum line, which I took out. It's laying back here somewhere. Here it is. So I cleaned where the vacuum line goes, and yeah, just cleaning anything that looks dirty, giving it a nice clean touch. So yes, this is the progress today on this episode. I hope any of this information helped you diagnose your vehicle and figure out how to solve any instrument related issues on your car. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you for staying on the journey of the 380 SL. We're gonna try and capture as many of the projects that we are going to tackle on this gentle restoration project. But there she is. Isn't she a beauty? Thank you for watching. Please leave your comments in the comment section. Love to read them. Have a good day.